Tuesday. For those of you that were expecting me on Tuesday, I am so sorry. With YouTube having issues, I didn't want a chance getting on and getting kicked right off, and it didn't come on until like right before I was supposed to get on, and so I was hit or miss. Sorry about that. If you're watching the replay on this, write in the comments flowers. Write in the comments flowers if you're watching the replay on this. I just want to see how many of you are paying attention and helping me out with comments. All right. Let me real quick just pull up my comments here so that I can see myself. If you are on here, let's hopefully I am just trying to get on here. My tablet's thinking it's still on Tuesday, apparently. Connecting to the internet. Come on, what are you doing? Oh my goodness. Sorry. All of the things. Let's try again. I'm running a little behind. I got a little caught up in doing things today. Oh, come on. It's having issues. I'm sorry, you guys. Let's restart that. It's complicated. Okay, but let me go ahead. We're going to be using this today. We're going to be doing, some of you may already know what wood biscuits are. Now, these aren't the biscuits you eat. These are wood biscuits. Typically in construction of furniture or shelving, not just shelving, cabinets and that kind of thing. Biscuits are, we'll just do a quick brief. Biscuits are, they're actually called, usually they're called like joining biscuits. So basically there's a machine out there, it's a biscuit joiner. And basically it's got a saw that's about like this, and it goes into the wood. It cuts a little slit into the wood. And that's when you're connecting two wood pieces. So this little saw thing goes into each piece. You put it in individually, and then you put this little biscuit in that hole that joins your two wood pieces together and makes it a stronger bond. That's how it works. They come in all different sizes. If you go to like Home Depot or Lowe's or any of your home improvement, I think even Walmart may or may not have them. Typically your home improvement stores. But they come in different sizes. Your typical sizes. Hello, my friends. Hello. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm struggling to see because I'm waiting for my tablet to start up again. But biscuits. Typically the three common sizes are going to be size 0, size 10, and size 20. Those are your typical sizes. Size 0 is a small. It's actually this size is your 0 size. Size 10 is the next size up. I like to call it medium. And then size 20 is going to be a little bit larger than the medium. I call it the large. And so those are your typical 3 sizes. You can get other sizes as well. You just have to look around for them. But those are your typical sizes. We're going to be using this. How many of you have seen these at Dollar Tree? You've seen these at Dollar Tree? I see this as a blank canvas is what I see this. Look, it's even got pre-holes already in it, but it's made to do that. That's what it's made for. But that's not what we're going to make it for. So there's that. Hold on. My tablet just got done coming back up. I do apologize, you guys. Let me see if I can get this to open up for me. Come on. Stop it. Oh, it's still thinking. It's still thinking. All right, so we're going to open this up. I think I got these last year, but typically you can kind of find them sporadically. If not, you can always just use a scrap piece of wood and do the same exact project with the scrap piece of wood. We're into spring, you guys, and so I'm all about the spring projects right now. So anything I typically do right now is going to be kind of spring related. Just a heads up, FYI. Come on, pop up. So obviously I don't need this stuff. Might use the cord, but oh, come on. Why is, okay. That's kind of frustrating. No connection. Why do I have lying? Okay, sorry, that's frustrating. Why are you not? I should have had this sooner. I am so sorry, you guys. Oh, my goodness. It's being frustrating. Okay, sorry. I'm just not going to be able to. That's so frustrating. I'm sorry, you guys. I will try to read comments as much as I can. I do apologize. My eyesight is not the greatest, and my tablet is deciding not to cooperate, which is kind of frustrating. All right. Again, let's do the board. Okay. So I think for background wise, I kind of want a blue. I'm sorry, I didn't grab. Got my paints off to the side here. Let's do a blue background, right? Let's kind of mix light and dark blues. I've got, what do I've got here? Sky Mist and Look at Me. Look at Me blue and Sky Mist. All right, those are the colors we're going to be kind of doing as our background. But we're going to be using the biscuits as our flowers, and we're going to put the flowers on top of our background. So, fun. We'll make this quick, I promise. We're just going to take a messy brush, and these are usually in the paint section. You can get them anywhere. They're just little cheap brushes. Let's start with the dark. We are not looking for anything kind of solid. I'm just looking to just kind of put some color on this board, you guys. Typically, I would stain. Not in the mood for staining today. We're trying something a little different. I'm going to change things up on myself here because this is not what I typically do. So this is out of the ordinary for me, you guys. Let me see if I can. Okay. Hold on one second. Hey, babe, can you do me a huge favor and get this connected so that I can see comments? Yeah. For some reason, it's not wanting to connect. I don't know what its problem is. Is this mine? Yes. So sorry, you guys. So sorry. I'm gonna have my husband is gonna be helping me out here. All right. Back to what we were doing. So that's what I'm kind of doing. I'm just making a mess, you guys. Just making a mess. And this is just, like I said, this is just going to be our background. It does not have to be super pretty unless you really want it to be. Totally up to you. We're going to do is darker, and then we're going to blend in some of the lighter. A little heavier in some spots than others. It's okay. All right. That's what we've got going on with the darker blue. Let's Look at Me blue is what that color. I like this color though. I do like it. All right, and then we're going to take our lighter Sky Mist. Now, you won't normally see me do this. I don't normally do this, but I don't want to mix my colors. So typically, I always dig out of my containers, right? But because we're going to be blending, I don't want to get my darker blue in with my lighter blue. So I am going to actually use a cup. Now, you don't typically see me do this. Just letting you guys all know. It's not something I normally do. Oh no. I don't need a lot. Did you get it? Okay, we are in business. Yes. Okay. Oh, no. Go back. What did it do? There we go. I thought he had it open. Sorry. Go back. There we go. Come on. Come on. Okay. All right. Okay, we're back in business here. Now you say hi to me. Okay. Hi. Was it? Okay, unlike. Oh, what the heck? Wow. Okay. Some very interesting comments, you guys. Okay. Sorry, I am. Okay, I do have sound. Just checking. Sorry, so distracted. So distracting. Okay. Okay, Mama B, thank you very much for staying with me. I appreciate it. I am just kind of a little bit out of it today. It throws me off when I'm a little bit distracted. Okay, so now we're going to take our light blue, and like I said, we're mixing it up. He doesn't want me to hear the TV in the background. All right, all right, all right. There we go. How do we like that? This is like a sky. It's like a sky, right? I like it. We're going to go with it. All right, while I'm going to set this off to the side, we're going to set this off to the side for just a second. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these, all of these. We've got all these fun little things going on. All right, so these are all my biscuits. The two types of biscuits I have here are the 0 and the 10. I didn't drag out any of the 20 because this is a smaller project. So the sizes I'm using are 0 and 10, okay? And so we're going to do is we're going to make 2 different flowers, maybe 3. We're going to take our size 10, and these are going to look like a daisy. Who likes daisies, right? Who doesn't like daisies? I love daisies. I like daisies and roses. So we're going to make this one look like a daisy. So it's going to be 6 petals, and then we're going to do a center. And then we're going to do another one. And I'm thinking we might take the smaller one. So we're going to take the 0s. And we're going to do like a daisy that opened up all the way. And so when you look at it sideways, it's kind of droopy, right? So we're going to do that with just 4 of the 0s. So if you can see that. We're just going to do that. So a little center at the top, and then they'll kind of drape down. So we're going to do that. And then I might do another small daisy with the 0s just because. So I'm planning this out. And the reason I'm planning this out is because we're going to paint them. I want to paint them before I glue them on. So I'm just kind of trying to plan out what I've got going on. Now I've kind of decided I want purple. I want purple daisies. Not a typical color, but that's okay. That's okay. So we're going to, I like the wood color. So we're just going to kind of do a light dry brush with the purple. Just the light with the purple. And the purple I'm using is lavender. We're using lavender on this. And again, everything's just kind of light brushed today. Everything's just kind of light. We're just keeping it simple. I do like these sometimes because they have texture on them. And so that can be fun too. If you can see, it's got a little texture on it. Sometimes one side won't, sometimes one side will. Just depends. But I'm not doing like a solid coat. We're going to kind of leave it kind of scraggly. Now you can, if you want, you could do like a solid coat on this and then just distress it. You could totally do that too. Some people like distressing, some people don't. Right? I love daisies. I have a neighbor who has this daisy bush. It's like a bush of daisies, and the daisies on it, the heads are huge. I want to say they're Gerbera daisies, but they're not. They're not. They're actually like white daisies, and they're huge. They look really cool looking though. Hello from Wyoming. Hello, DJ. Welcome in. I'm in Washington State, for those of you that are new or new to watching me. I'm in Washington State, up here in the corner of our country here. Not quite. I mean, the very corner, I guess, would be Alaska, right? But I'm pretty far up. Pretty far up in the corner here. Okay, so we've got the purple on these. I think I'm going to do... We're going to go with the purple on this one too. On this one. I don't know if we're going to have room to squeeze 3. We're going to see. We're going to see if we have room to squeeze these in. Like I said, I'm just pre-painting them. And then if we can get them all in, we can. If not, that's cool too. How's your weather in Wyoming? Is it really cold right now? We just had a little bit of snow flurries, but I like to call it Washington snow. I'm in Western Washington, and when we get snow, it kind of shows up for a minute and then it disappears. That's what I call Washington snow. At least on the west side. East side, they get a lot more snow. They get lots. Us, we don't get this much. We're on the other side of the mountains, where it's not as crazy. Not as crazy over here. Of course, we also don't get the extreme heat that the other side gets either. They get really hot over there. Ooh, that's cold. Ah, that's so cold. Sorry, but to me, anything less than 75 is cold. I like warm weather. I'm from here, but I like warm weather. That's just me. I've got my light buttermilk, but I like warm weather in general. That's just, and we're gonna do this one that's gonna be kind of wilty a little bit. We're gonna do kind of a creamy white. I might actually put some, maybe I'll put some purple in it. Well, is that good or bad? It's a little warmer. Is that going to mess up your summer? Is that going to mess up your summer? I know when we have when our winters get messed up, it messes up our summers, because then everything gets on, all the forest fires happen and all the things. Fortunately, it's kind of sucks. Kind of messes with us a little in the summer. Kind of a little bit. All right. So we've got the main stuff kind of coated here. Let's go ahead and dry. Let's go ahead and dry before. I've got this technique I want to do that I've been thinking about doing, but we need a little bit drier for this. Yeah, how dry it is. Yeah, because of the moisture. Totally get it. Totally get it. Now for a heat tool, if you guys didn't notice, heat tool, I just use, this is actually an embossing tool. It's probably about 30 years old. But it still works. So I'm still going to use it. It still goes. It still goes. Okay, so I kind of wanted to try this technique where, you know, like where it looks like you sewed something. So you kind of put the dashed lines around the outside of something. So I'm just going to take my paint pens. These are the Posca paint pens. I love these. I have these in two different types of tips. So I've got this one is my little bit fatter of a tip. These are just paint pens. I ordered mine from Amazon. And then this one's just a little skinnier. So we're going to let's try the skinnier one first. And I have been noticing more that I think it was it Michael's has the Posca pens. I don't remember if I saw them at Hobby Lobby or not. But I did notice that Michael's started carrying them. Okay, so you can barely see it. We're going to go with the thicker one and see if I can get more of the look that I want for this. Otherwise, we might have to resort to actual a paintbrush. I have really skinny paint. Oh no, there we go. This works. Here we go. That's what I was looking for. I don't know if you can, how well you can see that. Yeah, that looks good. I like that. That's kind of what I was going for. Just kind of give my flowers a little bit of kind of something extra, so they're not so boring looking, right? But like I said, sometimes a lot of people will just like distress. So you just take the sandpaper, or you can take like the antique wax, just kind of buff them with the antique wax and give them kind of a dirty look, or what they call distressing. I call it the dirty look. Just not the look I wanted to go for when I decided to do this. I don't usually, when I do springtime, I don't usually distress as much. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if you guys all feel the same about that. I don't know, not everybody likes to distress their work. Totally personal preference. So I'm doing the black dashed lines with the bigger one. I think with the smaller one, just to kind of change things up, we're going to use the white pen. Use a white pen for the small one. So we're just going to use white and do the smaller one. Now, if you guys have never used these paint pens before, so this little part here, the tip, goes in and out of the paint, basically. So if you've ever used these before, you have to prime them before you can use them. But once you prime them the first time, so basically you have to sit there with a paper towel and just punch it a whole bunch of times. Not too hard, not too crazy, but just enough to get the paint started. In fact, this one might need a boost. Hold on. Might need a boost with this one. There we go. Just to get it started, kind of. There we go. Just had a little bit of gunk on it. That's fine. I was painting something I wasn't supposed to, apparently. Got a little gunky. I like the purple and white, but I like purple and black too. Purple and white and purple and black look really good together. So there's the white. Like I said, I may not even have room for these small ones, but we're going to try it. See how we do. All right. So, and then we've got the little white ones. I'm kind of thinking, honestly, kind of leaning towards kind of doing like a distress, but I'm thinking I'm going to take some purple. What if we take some purple paint and just kind of smear it around on the edges? So not really distressed, but more like a shadowing kind of thing. Let's see what we've got going on here. So this is with the smaller one that we're just going to have the kind of drape over. So I guess it's kind of like a distressing, but I'm using purple instead of like a brown or a black. Kind of like that. It's more like a shading. Yes, purple and yellow for spring are awesome. I agree. I totally agree with you. So I kind of like that. I like how that's just the purple around the edges there. Okay. All right, let's bring our board back. Oh, it's still a little wet. Hold on. Let's get a little bit more on here. Okay. So now let's put the flowers on here, but I want to give it kind of a 3D somewhat effect. We're going to take these are the little seed pots, but we're going to cut it in half so that it sticks out. We're doing a little bit dimensional here. We're just going to cut these cut so easy because they're like biodegradable and all the things. So they cut very easily. It's very easily. And we're going to make it so our flowers are coming out of our pot, like so. So we're just going to put our pot down here at the bottom. I mean, they're not really going to be coming out of the pot, but we're going to have that effect. So, and if you really want to, I mean, if you don't want to get these little seed pots, you could do like with a Dixie cup. If you have Dixie cups around, just do it with a Dixie. Just paint it. Just paint a Dixie cup. Same thing. Or they have the little plastic mini cups, like, or for like medicine cups, the little mini medicine cups. Just paint them. Same thing. Just a little cup, just for like the effect, right? Hey, 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 hey. Okay, so let's try. We're gonna put our flowers on here, and we just want to get placement. Find out if we have room for everybody. So we're gonna get that one. We're gonna put that one up there. We'll put the big one up at the top. We can change things around. We're not gluing them down yet. We can change things around. And I kind of, let's do this little one kind of weeping off to the side here. And then maybe if we can put this small one, although I'm not liking that too much. Not liking it squished in there. But if we move this guy up here. Put this guy here. Decisions. This one like that. And then we can put the weeping one down here. There we go. I kind of like that. That kind of works. Yeah. I never know when they're going to do that. They just like to photobomb me. All right, so I like that. So we're gonna put these down. Now on these two, you can be a little whimsical, and they don't have to be an exact circle. You don't have to do an exact number. I like even numbers. That's just me. So that's why I did 6. But you could do 5. You could do 3 if you wanted. Do a little skinny daisy. Totally up to you. You can kind of make this, like I said, make it a little whimsical if you want to kind of do that. You know, we all know Mother Nature is not perfect, so you can kind of get away with kind of doing whatever you feel like. So I got that big one on. Let's get this small one on here. I think I might be a little, make things open up just a little bit right here. So mine aren't going to be super perfect. There we go. Now we have air flowers over a pot. Just kidding. So let's put some stems on our flowers, right? So I've got tons of options. So obviously we could do like the thick nautical rope. This is the one from Dollar Tree. We could easily do that. Maybe. We have the thinner cord. We could do any of the thinner cord, and that's all in brown. I have green too now. So I have the green jute. This one is actually from Dollar Tree. It's extra skinny. I also have this one that I got from Michael's many years back. Michael's used to always have, during like any holiday season, they would have a colored twine. So this is like a muted green. I really like this. This is my favorite green. I really like this green. So this is probably what I'm going to lean towards. But then I had something else I wanted to try and just pull it out and see what it looked like. I ordered this online, but they also have, there's a, like, come on, where's your end? What do we got going on here? Okay, if I can find the end to this madness, maybe. Where are we? Okay, apparently they like to hide the ends here. I'm not sure what's going on. Usually the ends aren't this hard to find. Okay, we're gonna make our own. I'm gonna make my own end because this is crazy. Making my own end. Oh, there it is. But this, I ordered some on Amazon, but I did notice, I believe it was Hobby Lobby has a version of this, and it's just in their kind of in their floral ribbon area kind of thing. So it's already got cord, but it's already got leaves in it. So I was thinking this might be kind of fun to do with having the leaves already in it. I kind of like that. Let's see what you guys think. I kind of like the little small leaves already. So we're just going to kind of add to it. I think we might go with that. If I decide not to, you could definitely use like a green cord. You can take extra biscuits and use them as leaves. Just paint them green. Those can be your leaves. Just a thought. But I think I'm going to leave. I think I am going to use the leaves. I think I am. I think I am. I think I am. I like that. Yeah, you like it too? Okay, great. Great. We're all on the same page. So we're just going to start at 1 and we're going to end down here in our bucket. I'm going to glue some of it. I'm going to try not to glue too much of it because I do want it to kind of pop off my my background a little bit. I like the idea of kind of the 3D texture, different texture kind of thing that we've got going on here. I kind of like that. I like working with a bunch of different textures and things. That's kind of my thing. So I might want to cut a little more of that off. And then this one's going to go under here. There we go. And then we can do some extra little random ones in here. We can go a little wild and crazy, but I like that. I like how that looks. Now, let's go ahead and, if these are truly daisies, like I really want them to be, let's go ahead and let's give them centers, right? Let's give them centers because, you know, daisies have got the black centers, right? So I've got, you know, again, I always have options. I always give you options, right? I like to kind of change things up. Now, I ordered these on Amazon. These are just little they're running away, half circles, little half circles. So it's half a circle. I don't know. Sometimes I call them half beads, but they're not really a bead. It's just like half a circle, right? Half a round. This one, the bigger one I have here, these are 3/4, and I have smaller ones that are half. These are 1/2 inch. These are 3/4. So we could do those. We could also get a little bit whimsical, and I've got buttons. Who doesn't like buttons? I like buttons, right? Or I also have clay too. We could totally do clay. Oh, I like the buttons, guys. I totally like the buttons. Especially this black one. I like the black one. We like the buttons. I like that. I like that. And let's do a wood one. And I'm not going to paint it. We're just going to leave it wood color because I like the wood color. Of course, I did that. You want to leave that one. That's just the wood color one. I like that. And then I've got this. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like these either, though. Got another button that's kind of, it's just kind of a random colored one. It's not a solid color. He's kind of on our wilty. I'm calling that a wilty daisy. Kind of a wilty daisy. But then I've got some other little friends, so we can add other little things. I've got this guy, little baby ladybug. Now these come with the little stickers on the back, the little sticker dots. I believe these were from the spring section at Hobby Lobby. Sometimes you can get, at one time, Dollar Tree had little mini bumblebees and ladybugs at one point. I don't know if they have them this year. I haven't noticed them this year. Just going to randomly place my little friends. But I always take these little sticker, I mean, to me, the adhesive on them is just not very good. I always end up taking them off or adding glue to them to help them stick. There's that too. There we go. Got my little friends in there. All right, what else do we need? What else do we need? Oh, we need some Spanish moss, right? We need some Spanish moss in our bucket. Let's get some Spanish moss in there. Otherwise, it looks a little naked, right? It looks a little empty. All right, and then we've got our cord, but we have a cord, or kind of leaning towards, I just got this new, I just ordered this. This is from Amazon. It's actually paper wrapped wire. It's paper wrapped wire. I already had some in white, so I ordered me some in brown because I wanted the brown. But it's extra skinny, but I like it. I like the paper wrapped wire. I've always liked the paper wrapped wire. So we're going to go ahead. We already have our holes already in here for us. So we're gonna take advantage of that. Like I said, I probably could have gone with the white. Like I said, I have white in this too, but we're just gonna go with it. Brown's not bad either. And if I don't like it, if I get to where I just don't like the look of it, no, it's just to change it out. Take it and change it. I can always change my mind later. It's okay. And it's starting to unravel on me. That's why I had it taped. Otherwise it gets a little wild and crazy, you guys. It's fun, but it gets a little wild and crazy if you don't maintain it. You don't watch it. Make sure it stays together, behaves. Keep everybody in line. And I'm just making a small hanger, and then I'm just taking the ends and then twisting it, and then make curly cues with the end wire. They're too big, so I'm making them a little smaller. Again, if I can always change my mind. So just made the little curly cues at the ends. With the light, it's a dark brown, but when it's by itself, it looks really light. So it can really kind of hide. But it's wire, so it's pretty sturdy. All right, I like that. I like how that looks. Super cute. Now you could go like totally crazy with this if you guys wanted to get like extra creative with it. You know, if you wanted to change it up and not do a bucket that the flowers are coming out, you could totally do like, you know, they have the little wood fences. You could totally just do a little wood fence and put like a little sign that says like garden or something. And you could totally just do like a little wood fence with the flowers coming out behind the wood fence. That would be super cute too. This would be really cute in like a hall, or, you know, every once in a while, you know, you'll have like those skinny walls that really just need something, right? That's actually a pretty good tip. That sounds like a good idea. My only problem with that is I get the big ones. I get the big Clorox wipes. I totally agree with you. I totally know what you're talking about. I use the big ones though, and that would still, it's too big for these. Still too big for these, unfortunately. I can always get a small one though. I could totally always get a small one. Or you know what you could also do? Put it in a cup. Maybe if you put a cup on, put it in a cup. Like that would work too, to kind of contain it in a cup. That would work too. Good idea. Good idea. I like it. I like it. So I'm pretty thrilled. I'm pretty happy. Nice to add to my little springtime. But this might actually, if I put a coating on this, I might actually put this outside on my deck. That would be kind of cute on my deck. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I have big thick posts, and this could easily just kind of hang on one of my posts. It was super super cute. But with our weather and stuff, I definitely have to seal it. If I keep it indoors, I probably wouldn't have to seal it. It would probably be fine. But if you put anything outdoors, definitely make sure you seal it. Oh, there you go. Front door would work too. That would be cool. It's a little small for a front door, but if you did like a bigger one, or if maybe if you took two of these boards and put them side by side and then kind of put them together with like popsicle sticks, that would be really cute to do like a whole, like to do two of them with all the flowers and stuff. That would make a really cute on the door. That really would, actually. That would look really awesome. um Totally cool. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I totally appreciate you guys. I love crafting with people present or helping me craft along the way. It always makes things more fun and not so boring. It's always no fun when you're by yourself, right? It's always more fun with friends. So I appreciate you guys so much for being here. I promise I will be back next Tuesday unless YouTube has issues again. You never know. Hopefully not. But we will see you guys. Oh, come here. Come here. By the way, this girl has a birthday today. It's her birthday, you guys. It's her birthday. Guess who's 11? Guess who's 11 years old? Oh, that's you. That's you. Yeah. She's 11 today, by the way. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Old lady. I keep calling her old lady. But all right. I will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend, okay? Have a great weekend.